How do they go through?
Any way you want.
Okay, good morning, world. Good morning, thriving warriors and people who wish they were. So here we're in Virginia at my daughter's house out here, and I am heading towards these woods. These woods, they are, who are, I think, they know. His house is in the village, though, etc., etc. So, this is Saturday morning, 8 o'clock local time. I don't have Alexa here to help me with that, but it is the case. It's wet out here because it rained yesterday. I'm reminded that it's very wet. So leaving the house grounds out into now their little fire pit area. Kind of the benefits of joining the Navy. You get your GI Bill or whatever, and you can buy a house. So here is their little bridge across the creek. Seems pretty solid. There's the creek. And here is the other direction. And then the woods. Let's see, yeah. I think it was whose woods these are. I think I know. His house is in the village, though. Okay, well, anyway, here we are. We finished the week. It's Saturday. In less than an hour, I should be headed to Pittsburgh for tomorrow's Carnegie Mellon graduation of my daughter, number 4, Lucy. But for our purposes, it's the end of a week, end of another week, start of a weekend, and our goal should be to use this time, this weekend, to do more, prepare more, not take it as a day off. Plenty to do in the future. Also, again, thank you to the people who did what they were supposed to do. And for the people who didn't do what you're supposed to do, guys, come on, let's just try to do what we promised to do. If not, have a conversation with somebody. I guarantee you there will be a point in time when you're going to want the school to do something for you, some way to help you, and you're not going to want to be reminded of, well, remember when you were supposed to do what you were supposed to do? So if you have an issue, say something to somebody. Don't wait for them to come to you. We have big things happening this week, I believe, with Samaritan House and some of the courts we have opportunities with. So, yeah, progress being made. Let's see, what else? What else can we talk about? It's only 4 minutes and 16 seconds into this talk. Okay, let's talk about career services. Where do you want to be 3 years from now? This is an important thing to focus on. Where do you want to be in 3 years? Because if you don't have a plan, you are what they call in law school rudderless. You're just going to go wherever the current takes you, which is probably not the ideal place to go. So where do you want to be 3 years from now? waiting. Ask yourself the question, where do I want to be in 3 years? And we have a TED Talk a video from Jordan Peterson talking about that. And he says, think about it on 10 dimensions. So both from a positive and a negative. So the positive is, where would you like to be? Where would you like to be in terms of family, friends, career, leisure, education? I think that covers all of them. And then ask yourself the question, if I don't change, where will I be in 3 years? If I just continue to go on the path that I'm going, or on the path I was going, where will I be? And that is the thing to scare you forward. Where you want to be is going to pull you forward. Where you don't want to be is going to scare you forward. So as Jordan Peterson says, I would like this positive thing to happen in my life. But at the other hand, I'd also like to have half a bottle of scotch. And the motivation pulls you, but it's much more powerful. The fear of, if I don't do this, this is what I will be. And I can assure you, time goes by faster and faster. And if you don't have a plan, you're really not going to make a lot of progress, because you have to have a plan and invest in the plan. So the most important thing, where do you want to be in 3 years? You might not know, but you should think about it. And if you don't know, you should come to the honest decision. You know what? I thought about it. I really don't know where I want to be. Okay, good. Well, you could say, what are some characteristics of things that I need to do regardless? In fact, if I don't specifically know what I want to do, what are some things that I know I should do? Health would be one thing. Take care of your body. Stop smoking. Stop eating junk food. Get in our program to have a juicer. Jeff and Greg, I think, are finally starting to use their juicer. So, health. Stop smoking. Stop drinking. Stop marijuana. Work out. Exercise. At least walk. Do aerobic stuff. Do your sun salutations. Health is something you're going to need to do. So even if you don't know where you want to be, you want to be healthy when you get there. Another thing would be education. Continue to learn. Take Coursera courses. Finish the apprentice program. I can assure you there's no education thing you're going to do that's better than doing the apprentice program. There's nothing you're going to do that's better than doing the apprentice program. So you can always do that. We have the books. We have it on the computers. It's online. You can do it through your phone. There's no excuse not to. So again, even if you don't know where you want to be in 3 years, there's some things you should have. One is health. Be in good shape. 2 is to be educated, to be learning. Stop the TikTok. Stop the YouTube music videos. Stop playing games on your phone. Just get a good foundational education. And the apprentice course is a great place to start, because our self-identity is made up of what? Nothing more than our self-beliefs. Our self-identity is made up of our self-beliefs. So you're not, and as a result of that, you're never going to advance more than your self-identity. So work on that. The Jesuit would say, in fact, I talked to him at length this week, the Jesuit would say, forgive yourself. Have you forgiven yourself? So we all have shortcomings. Forgive yourself. Is there any other creature, any other animal that feels guilt or shame? No. Not really. Certainly not to the extent that humans do. Why do humans feel guilt and shame? Well, the simple answer is because we have more neurons. So, 10 minutes and 16 seconds into it. Okay, so we're going to cut that out, and I'm going to do this. And if I do this at this point of the video, what does that make you think? What should it make you think? You should be thinking, aha. You should be thinking the Navy SEAL maxim. Yesterday was the only easy day. So even though it's Saturday, you should still carry that with you. Try to do a little bit more today than you did yesterday. And with that, I will say, cut.